We're definitely making room for Micron here in central New York, but that's not all. We're talking companies part of their supply chain, plus other businesses that are growing and moving here and opening here. So we need to have the best infrastructure to deliver what these companies all need, and that includes rail. Joining us now, James Bonner, president of New York, Susquehanna, and Western Railway. Where is he? There he is. James, thanks so much for being with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff. It's my pleasure.
But let's even start first. I think sometimes it gets overlooked a little bit. How important is rail these days for moving goods in and out of central New York?
It is as important as it ever was, Jeff. It's a critical part of what's going on in central New York now. I like to call rail the backbone for industries, especially industries that move dense, heavy goods like manufacturing, agriculture, energy, and infrastructure. So we make sure that goods can move in and out of our region efficiently, cost effectively, and safely. And it's not only our region that is being served. We are bringing things from other regions and sending things out to other regions too. So we're a big part of a national rail network.
Yeah, how do you fit into that? Obviously here in DeWitt, we have a pretty big rail yard there. We see the big freight trains that come in and out of there. How do you kind of fit into the system, I guess? What are your typical kind of runs, would you say?
Yeah, that's a great question. So DeWitt is the CSX, so we interchange with them. They're a Class 1 railroad. We also interchange with the Norfolk Southern, who is another Eastern carrier. We are a shorter haul by most rail standards. We have about 400 miles of railroad track that we move, but that doesn't limit us to what we can do. So what we're doing in that 400 miles is linking local industries to the broader rail network that I mentioned earlier. And I think it's fun to point out some of the things that we move and how we connect through North America. We're moving butter in from Idaho. Oh. We're moving lumber from British Columbia, electric transformers from Mexico, canned goods from California. And then we do a lot of asphalt, especially in our local region there in the Cortland and Syracuse area, asphalt from Canada, from Minnesota, Ohio. So basically anywhere in the North American network, we can get goods from or to, and then we can deliver it to our local region to make sure that those people are satisfied with their options to get things.
Interesting. So Senator Schumer was in Cortland recently. Obviously, you were there. He announced a big grant to help with improvements to your rail line, which I think is about 100 or so years old. I think it was $4 million for this visit, infrastructure, jobs, laws, where the money's coming from. How's that going to be used? What is $4 million? And I think that's on top of some other federal money you've got. How do you use that? What's it go towards?
It is. $4 million goes a long way. We're very grateful for it. This $4 million is the third phase of a three-phase project that is going to see 21 miles of rail be replaced. It's century-old railroad that you mentioned. It has been there a long time. It's due for replacement. We're going to take out the old jointed rail and we're going to put in continuous welded rail. That affords a lot of opportunities, reduced maintenance, better reliability, better tractive effort. So as part of the three phases, that's 21, this $4 million specifically will afford us a little over 8 miles in both Cortland and Onondaga counties, along with the cross ties and the ballast to support it.
How much do you hear from companies, whether existing here or ones that might be wanting to move into this general area, about what you can do with your railroad?
We hear from our existing customers a lot. They want to make sure that we're maintaining the infrastructure that affords them the access to the network. So they want to make sure that we can continue with the capacity that we have, increase capacity both on a throughput basis and a weight basis. And then when new companies consider us for opportunities, they ask the same questions. Can you serve me frequently? Can you handle the heavy cars? Are you going to be able to do what you need to do for me and not diminish the service that you're providing to your existing customers? So it's a part of every conversation that we have with our customers.
Yeah. Maybe time for one last one. So we talked about some of the improvements. I'm sure all those customers you talked about will be happy to hear about that. What kind of timeline are you talking for these improvements?
So this funding is going to go in, we expect it to go into the ground this year, all three phases. Some of it may carry over to next year, but we will see it go in 2025. So I want to thank our unionized workforce for making that happen and the contractors that are going to serve it, because we look forward to being able to benefit our region.
James Bonner, thank you so much. We're out of time. I definitely want to have you back again. I think there's a lot to talk about here. James Bonner from NYS&W, really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jeff. My pleasure.